Have you ever wondered why more and more players are switching to RP servers instead of just playing regular GTA Online? The truth is, GTA Online feels kind of empty right now, but the RP servers, they have always been alive. They get new updates almost every month, and every time you play, it feels different. So, in this quick video, I'll show you 5 of the best RP servers you can join for free, even if you've never played GTA Roleplay before. These are beginner-friendly, full of action and events, and it's actually possible to get rich without grinding for hundreds or even thousands of hours just to buy your first car or house. Alright, now we're starting strong with Grand RP. This server runs on Rage MP, which means you get better server performance compared to 5M, and the number of players that can be on the server at the same time is a lot higher than on regular 5M servers. On Grand RP, we're talking about 1,000 players on average and around 1,500 during peak hours, so there's no chance the server will feel empty. What makes Grand RP stand out is how structured and well-made everything is. It's very easy to understand what you need to do in missions to start making money, and once you've earned your first bit of cash, you can expand into different businesses. By the way, there are tons of different businesses on the server that you can buy and run on your own. There are also more than 20 different jobs you can do, such as electrician, farm worker, firefighter, truck driver, police officer, and many more. Every house on the server is buyable and enterable, which adds even more immersion since everyone can have their own place to live. On top of that, there are hundreds of real-life cars, unlike on 5M, where there are still some restrictions. I'm a car guy, so for me, one of the reasons to get rich on this server was simply to buy myself a cool car. Everyone will find a whipski for themselves because there is literally every popular car that you can think of. Donations are also available, so if you want, you can donate and get yourself the car or house without putting in too much effort. The developers really care about the server, and that's one of the main reasons why Grand RP is the best out there right now. And also, one of the reasons this is the best server is because it has the biggest fan base and community. You can easily find a tutorial on YouTube if you don't know how to do something or where to find a certain thing. So I guess that's also a huge advantage that none of the other servers have. And of course, the best part is that you don't need to be verified or go through some whitelisting process in order to get started. Grand RP is completely free. All you need to do is register on their website. I'll leave a link in the description for you. Once you're on their website, just choose one of the servers. As you can see, there are English, German, French, and Spanish servers, so there's a good chance you'll join a community where everyone speaks your native language, something that none of the 5M servers offer. Joining this server is as simple as downloading the launcher, signing up on the website, and hopping in. Also, don't forget to use my referral link to get some bonuses. You'll find it in the video description. So, if you're fed up with GTA Online and want to start playing RP, Grand RP will definitely be the right choice, and you'll find me quite often playing on the server. Now, the second server worth mentioning is Designer Gas Club Gaming. This one runs on 5M, not on Rage MP like Grand RP. When it comes to player counts, this server focuses more on quality over quantity. Everyone who wants to join has to go through a whitelisting process, which means you'll need to fill out an application and sometimes even go through a short interview before getting accepted. They also don't allow anyone under the age of 18, which helps keep the community more mature and serious about roleplay. The staff is very friendly and always available to help if you have questions about how the server works. Whether you need help setting up your character or just want advice on how to start making money, they're supportive, active, and genuinely care about keeping the server running smoothly and helping anyone who has questions. That really improves the overall experience, especially if you're new to RP and still figuring things out. Compared to other RP servers, this one has fewer players, but that's actually a big plus if you're looking for a more close-knit, family-style community. Designer Club has a limit of 75 players, and during peak hours, the server is almost always full. So while you're not going to see hundreds of players at once on the map, it still feels lively, and the smaller scale means people actually get to know each other. You'll start recognizing names, building relationships, and creating stories that feel personal and meaningful. There's always some kind of event going on, like street races, car meets, court cases, or police chases. The city never feels dead, and there's always something happening somewhere. And just like in bigger servers, you'll find plenty of different jobs to take on, like police officer, mechanic, lawyer, EMS, delivery driver, and many more. You can even create your own business and bring your own ideas to life, which makes the RP experience feel much more dynamic and personalized. And also, if you have a couple of friends to bring with you onto the server, it's only going to be even more fun. Alright, now let's talk about a really unique server, Civilized Roleplay. This one also runs on 5, and it's built around police versus criminals theme. What makes this server stand out is how everything operates. Since it's mainly focused on police and criminal interactions, the radio systems, tasers, spike strips, and all related law enforcement tools work exactly as they should. The emergency vehicles are real-life models, the sirens are taken straight from actual departments, and there's even realistic dispatching during major pursuits or shootouts, which adds even more realism. However, the player base here isn't always super active. To really experience everything the server has to offer, you'll often need to organize players yourself, or at least stay active on their Discord and keep an eye out for events. The server has a maximum capacity of 100 players, but it usually peaks at around 70 players during busy hours. One thing I really like about this server is the heavily modified map. You'll easily spot custom buildings and entire areas that feel completely different from standard GTA. On top of that, there's a brand new island integrated into the city near Paleto Bay. It adds a fresh twist to chases and roleplay situations because now there's even more space to explore. And yes, Cayo Perico is also available, so during a pursuit, suspects might take things to the next level and try to escape the mainland entirely. The possibilities for creative roleplay here are endless, and Civilized RP gives you both the tools and the environment to bring those ideas to life. Highife RP has been a major name in the RP world since 2017, and for good reason. Highife leans more towards serious roleplay, and you can feel that the moment you get in. The server doesn't just throw you into chaos, everything is structured, from how jobs work to how the legal system and police force operate. If you're into long-term character development, climbing the ranks as a cop or business owner, Highife has the systems in place for it. There are a lot of players on this server. The limit is 301 lobby. On average, you'll see around 150 players online at any given time. And during peak hours, it usually hits 250 to 300. There are no NPCs walking around the map either, so every person you meet is a real player. Most of the cars are modded, but unfortunately, they aren't based on real brands since that's not allowed on 5M. One of the best things about this server is how community-driven it is. The developers and admins are super active, constantly improving the experience and listening to feedback. The balance between criminals and police is tightly maintained, so it never feels one-sided. On this server, actions have consequences, and that makes everything feel more meaningful. The economy is also balanced. You can earn money legally or illegally, with job options like mechanic, EMS, police officer, business owner, or gang member. Or if you're a skilled player, you can pull off heists. There's even a full court system, so if you've ever wanted to be a lawyer in GTA, this is your chance. And the last server on the list that's definitely worth checking out is Highife RP. The server has been running since 2019 and still has the potential to be one of the top picks. Over the years, it's built a solid reputation with a loyal player base. Even though it's a public server, the roleplay quality is surprisingly high. Highife has a mature, engaged community, and there are tons of legal and illegal jobs to choose from. What really makes it stand out is the map. Almost every street looks different from the standard GTA layout, giving the city a fresh, immersive feel. You can take on jobs like trucking, fishing, garbage collecting, mining, towing, and even diving. But if you prefer the criminal side, there are also heists, chop shops, oxy runs, and store robberies, all the classic options you'd expect. So basically, nothing new compared to other servers in that department. What is different, though, is how much the city has been visually upgraded. The custom interiors and housing system let you actually own and decorate your home using a detailed furniture editor. But beyond that, the map is heavily modified. And I don't just mean some new interiors or minor changes. I mean really modded. For example, there's a spot in the middle of the city that, in GTA Online, is filled with boring, forgettable buildings. On Highife RP, though, that same area looks completely different and genuinely eye-catching. And the best part? The entire city has that same level of redesign. Everything feels new and more alive, which is a huge plus. The community, as always, is very friendly and welcoming. There's almost always staff online and ready to help. Now, when it comes to player count, it's a bit lower than on some of the bigger servers. On average, you'll see between 80 and 160 players online, with a max cap of 300. But honestly, that's still plenty of people for quality RP, especially with how tight-knit the community is. So if you're looking for a server that combines creative visuals, strong community vibes, and a wide range of roleplay paths, maybe take a look at this server. Those were the 5 best free RP servers to play in 2025. There are, of course, more good servers, but they don't fit the criteria, which is the server should be free to join. My personal favorite from this list is Grand RP. This server has the most amount of players playing on it. The variety of different things and jobs you can do on it is also insane compared to other servers. And there is such things as battle passes, which basically gives you cars just for playing on the server. It also receives updates nearly every 1 or 2 months and it never feels dead. I'm personally going to be spending the most time on it. And if you would like to join me, you can use the referral link that I will put in the description for you. It will give you bonuses that you never get elsewhere. If you enjoyed the video and I helped you even a little with picking the right server, consider subscribing for more videos like this.